Thanks for tuning in to my YouTube channel. I'm Dwayne Laughlin. The purpose of this channel is to share gospel magic illustrations that gospel magicians can use. If you want to know how the tricks are done, you need to go to our LaughlinMagicStore.com site or go to www.christianillusionist.com. Now, we don't have the backdoor aspect of that site set up yet, but soon you'll be able to go to that site, click on the code, and if you're a gospel magician, you'll then be able to learn the secrets to these tricks as well as the presentation. But I'm hoping the presentations are helpful as you tune in. This one means a lot to me. I don't know if I can properly convey the meaning to you. I hope I can. But it's just something that has really touched my heart. Part of it is because I deal with children quite often. And I know a lot of children struggle with things such as loneliness and fear, wondering if anybody understands what they're going through. So it is a set of pictures, and as you can see, we have a picture of trees, and actually we've got many pictures of trees here, a whole collection of them. They're not all pictures of trees, but I don't want to show you the other picture quite yet, and you'll see why in a moment. The reason for the trees is to ask the question, have you ever felt like you're sort of lost in the forest? You're out there wandering around and you wonder if anybody knows what's going on and anyone knows what you're going through. Now, as I said, there's another picture besides the tree picture here. And what we're going to do is mix the cards around so that even I would have a difficult time knowing where the picture might be. Of course, if I was not a magician, I would have a difficult time knowing. But we move the cards around. What's happening is we put them on either side, we're making the piles and putting them together, and by this, the cards keep getting moved to a new place. Now, in a moment, we're going to spell the word cares, C-A-R-E-S. But before that, we'll mix the cards some more times. And at this point, I would ask a spectator, do you want me to mix them one more time, two more times, three more times? What do you say? Let's say the spectator says, mix them two more times. So we mix them around, moving all the trees around, and whatever that other card is, we're moving it around as well. We'll do it one more time. So whatever that one other card is, I would say it's pretty well lost in the forest. Don't you agree? Well, remember the word we're going to spell is cares, C-A-R-E-S. We spell it like this. We move one card for each time we spell. So we go C-A-R-E-S. This is the card we reached. I'm going to set it right here. Kind of balance it in my pocket for a moment, because we'll get back to it in a moment. But first I would like you to see those forest cards again. And look, each card, now down on the table, is a picture of the trees, reminding us of the idea of being lost in the forest. Isn't that interesting? We mix the cards around and around and around, but all the tree cards are down here. Could it be that this one card is the different card? And the answer is yes. Mysteriously, incredibly, we spelled cares and we came to the one different card. Now let's take a look at what's on this card. It's not a picture of the trees, it's the picture of a sparrow. And there's a scripture reference beneath the card, Matthew 10, verses 29 through 31. It's where the Bible tells us that Jesus said that God himself knows when a sparrow falls. And he went on to say, if God knows when a sparrow falls, he certainly knows how you're doing and what's going on in your life. We found the sparrow in the midst of the forest. We found it by spelling C-A-R-E-S, cares. And that's a reminder that C-A-R-E-S, God cares for us. No matter how lonely you may feel, no matter how scary some things are going on in your life, God knows how you're doing, what you're doing. God knows how you're doing. He knows what you need, and God will take care of you. The challenge is to trust God, and if you've never really given your heart and life to God, turn it over to God now. Ask God to take over and do the things in life that you need to have done that you could not do yourself. And that, of course, has to do with finding forgiveness and finding everlasting hope. Without an actual audience here, it's a little hard to develop the message, but in dealing with children, I have found it is a great comfort to them, that whole idea. Every time you see a little bird that has fallen to the ground, it's a reminder God knows about you, because if he knows about that bird, he knows about you. In God's eyes, we're never lost out in the trees. We're never lost in the forest. So the trick is called When a Sparrow Falls, and what I just showed to you is actually what happens no matter how many times you mix the cards, and you let the spectator tell you how many times they want the cards mixed. No matter how many times you mix the card, the sparrow always appears. We can't teach the methods on this YouTube channel, but I will tell you, if you learn the method, this is something you can adapt to many other ideas. You can create tricks of your own with it. So that's it for now. Dwayne Laughlin sharing with you When a Sparrow Falls.